Tonight we celebrate the 10th anniversary of the AADF, and we also mark the 25th anniversary of the fund. It's a tribute to each of you and your contributions to our efforts and to the improvement in the lives of all Albanians. It's also a tribute to the true and enduring friendship between the United States and Albania. Over the last 10 years, the Foundation has provided Albanians with community renewal, entrepreneurship, education at all levels for professional development, a heightened appreciation of Albania's cultural heritage, and most importantly, a foundation for a better country and a better life. Our work together is a journey and not a destination. Ours is a culture of partnership, and we could not have accomplished anything without our partnerships with national government, municipal governments, opposition, other NGOs, and people across the country. I know that expectations are high. We expect a lot from ourselves. I hope when we look back 10 years from now, we can celebrate contributions to Albania that are beyond our expectations. While we can't solve many of the significant issues facing the country, in many ways we're a vehicle for the hopes and dreams of Albanians, and that's our mission. And I think about that responsibility every day.
Ky 10 vjetori i fondacionit, për mua dhe për Satrin është një moment reflektimi edhe një emocioni personal. Pas një përvoje 25 vjeçare me fondin, ku ne na u besua detyra nga bordi për të drejtuar dhe fondacionin, pyetja që i shtruam vetes ishte se ku do ta çonim fondacion 10 vjet më vonë. Dhe ajo që kuptuam, motoja e cila na u kthye në leitmotiv të punës së përditshme, ishte që e ardhmja është sot. Dhe ajo ka qenë baza e çdo përpjekje tonë, e çdo ëndre dhe çdo mundi që ne kemi futur në këtë fondacion. Nuk ka ekip më të motivuar, më cilësor, më profesional dhe më të jashtëzakonshëm se sa ekipi me të cilin ne punojmë. Ne dy jemi të bekuar në një farë mënyre që kemi rrotull vetes njerëz të rinj në moshë, njerëz që janë edukuar shumë mirë jashtë shtetit dhe mbi të gjitha njerëz që kanë një dashuri dhe një dëshirë të jashtëzakonshme për të provuar, për të bërë ndryshimin për të cilin të gjithë kemi në nevojë.
Në këto momente nuk mund të lëm pa përmendur dhe pa falendëruar partnerët tanë. Pa mbështetjen e tyre, pa bashkëpunimin e tyre, nuk do kishim arritur rezultatet që kemi arritur sot. Dhe partnerët tanë fillojnë që nga fermerët të cilët shesin produktet e tyre bujqësore në zonat e dyerës tonë, te komunitetet e biznesit, komunitetet e qytetarëve, po gjithashtu edhe pushtetin lokal dhe pushtetin qendror, bashkë me institucionet e tjera, të cilët kanë qenë gjithmonë një mbështetje për ne, kanë dhënë kontributin e tyre dhe kanë bërë që rezultatet që shohim sot të jenë ato që janë. Nuk mund të rrim pa përmendur këtu kontributin e madh të partnerëve tanë, që nga Universiteti Cambridge-it në Angli, që nga Universiteti Harvardit, që nga konsulentët tanë të trashëgimisë kulturore në Angli, në Itali, në Francë.
Përshëndetje nga zemra e Tiranës, edhe gëzuar ditëlindjen gjithë miqve tanë të Fondit Shqiptar Amerikan. Jemi të bekuar në Tiranë që ju kemi pasur partner edhe bashkëautor të disa nga projekteve më fantastike të qytetit. Sot pazari i ri është bërë një ikonë, nuk mund të vish në Tiranë nëse nuk ke një selfie apo një foto apo një kujtim të suvenir nga pazari i ri. Teksa kemi mbaruar një punë shkëlqyer me zi presim që këtë vit fillojmë një punë tjetër të mbarë, që në fakt është piramida e Tiranës dhe shkolla alternative më e madhe në rajon, ndaj me zi pres që të bëjmë punë më të mira dhe kjo ditëlindje na ka gjetur me shumë kujtime të bukura, një bashkëpunim fantastik, një formë të re që kemi dhënë Tiranës dhe një energji që kemi injektuar në kryeqytetin e gjithë shqiptarëve. Me zi pres që ditëlindja tjetër na gjejmë me punë akoma më të bukura. Gëzuar ditëlindje.
Fal Fondacionit Shqiptar Amerikan për zhvillim, shumë të rinj, prej 5 vitesh, kanë pasur mundësi të kontribuojnë, të japin idetë e tyre dhe të këshillojnë për tema dhe diskutime dhe për probleme reale të vendit të tyre. Për të gjithë të rinjt që e shohin të tashmen si diçka të pandryshueshme, ka një mundësi për të gjithë ju. Dhe kjo mundësi vjen fal Fondacionit Shqiptar Amerikan për zhvillim.
Duke parë që dhe pazari ka mori një tjetër pamje pas dhe restaurimit që u bë nga Fondacioni Shqiptar Amerikan për zhvillim, mendova që mbase mund ishte momenti që unë të kisha diçka time në pazar. Vizioni im për të ardhmen është që të gjithë rinjt si puna ime të investojnë në Gjirokastër, të jetojnë këtu, të vazhdohet tradita e produkteve lokale, të jetë fokus turizmi dhe karakteristika e qytetit që ne kemi.
Investimin që ka bërë Fondacioni Shqiptar Amerikan AADF bashkë me Bashkinë e Tiranës në pazarin e ri, domethënë, tregtarët lihen shumë të vlerësuar. Pazari është kthy në një pikë takimi për familjar, për shoqëri, për njerëz që vinë të vizitojnë Tiranën, patjetër do vinë ta vizitojnë pazarin e ri.
Duke përmend pikërisht atë rrugtim nga Fondacioni Shqiptaro-Amerikan i Zhvillimit në bashkëpunim me Ministrinë e Kulturës, e Fondin e Shqiptar Zhvillimit, të cilët mundsojnë themelimin dhe pikërisht ndryshimin e këtij statusit nga Fototeka Marubi në krijimin e Muzeut Kombëtar të Fotografisë Marubi, si një gur themelit shumë i fortë që bën bashkë një konstelacion të gjithë fotografë shqiptar.
It's very timely that the Butrint Foundation has had the opportunity to work with the AADF and find a way forward now to help Butrint, to help Southwest Albania, and to help actually bring a new identity to Albania as a whole. And this new business plan funded by the AADF is sure to have an immediate effect upon tourists, upon development, and upon the future for communities like Saranda, Gjirokastra in this part of Albania.
Junior Achievement lindi 8 vite të shkuara nga vizioni strategjik i AADF-s. Sot, fal investimit të AADF-s, Junior Achievement është platforma e vetme kombëtare e edukimit për sipërmarrjen dhe financat në Shqipëri. AADF sot përfaqëson shembullin më të mirë se si fal vizionit, dëshirës dhe të menduarit strategjik, biznesi mund të ndikojë fuqishëm në formësimin e brezit të ri si sipërmarrës të së ardhmes, qytetar të lirë dhe të përgjegjshëm të Shqipërisë.
Cili është sekreti i AADF-s? AADF-ja është vizionare. AADF-ja mendon përtej atij mandati të rutinë që ne njohim, 2 vjeçar apo 4 vjeçar, AADF-ja është long term. Risia që AADF-ja sot ka sjellë në treg është koncepti i qëndrueshmërisë, si dhe sjellja e modeleve më të mira dhe më të provuara në botë.
Zonja dhe zotrinj, kemi nderin më të madh të ftojmë sot përpara jush ideatorin dhe themeluesin e suksesit ton, zotin Michael Granoff.
What a night. It's really an incredible privilege for me to speak with you as the representative of the board of directors of the foundation. And I can tell you that I never imagined this night when the foundation began 10 years ago, or especially when I first arrived in Albania 25 years ago. But my central message tonight is about you. And I mean everybody here, everyone who has worked with the foundation and the fund before it, everyone watching on TV, reading about this in the newspaper, or following us on social media. You're the reason we're here, you are our mission, you're our future, and that future is now. Amidst all the political, social, and economic challenges facing Albania and the world, it's why I'm so optimistic about the next 10 years of the foundation and beyond. I'm especially grateful to the mayor, Arian Veliaj, to the leader of the opposition, to former presidents and prime ministers for being here tonight. As you know, it's not so common to see all of you in the same room at the same time. But there's an important message in your presence that's one of the key reasons for the success of the foundation, and that's partnership. We simply could not have accomplished much without effective partnership with every government and with every opposition since we first arrived in Albania so many years ago. It's not a given, and is one of the things that distinguishes this foundation from all the others created by the United States. and your presence demonstrates that we can engage together to improve the lives of Albania. The Foundation is an American initiative, and all of us are proud to be part of the enduring partnership between the United States and Albania. The special relationship between the United States and Albania and between Americans and Albanians is something I noticed from my very first trip to Tirana, and it's never wavered. I will tell you a secret in advance, and you'll notice something very rare in the recognition of our efforts by 4 presidents of the United States, both Republicans and Democrats, and I have to tell you that it doesn't happen in our country very frequently either. And I have to admit to you, it wasn't the easiest thing to work out. But I think the Foundation is an example of the United States at its best. When the United States leads and cooperates to help Albania reach its potential, America reaches its potential as well. And the Foundation is an example of smart policy successfully implemented that proves what we are capable of doing together. And my hope is that the Foundation and that programs like it can be a roadmap to a more secure future. The Foundation is, of course, the heir of the Enterprise Fund, and the Albanian American Enterprise Fund was one of the more successful economic development initiatives of the United States in recent times, a public-private partnership that turned $30 million of U.S. taxpayer funds into over $300 million of value that created thousands of jobs, transformed industries, and promoted good public policy. And every time we bank, insure, travel, shop, or even vote, Albanians are touched by the efforts of the fund, and we prove that you can do well and do good. I would like to take a moment now to remember our first fund chairman, Dominic Scaglione, who passed away a few months ago. He was the inspiration for much of what we do, and I also want to thank Doug Carlston, who soon will be retiring from the board, for his many years of valuable service. While in some ways this has been an institutional journey, it's also been a very personal one. We've had an effect on Albania, and Albania has had an effect on every one of us. So what exactly have we been doing for the last 10 years? So first, we decided at the outset to focus our efforts in 4 key areas that we thought would contribute to long-term economic development: education, leadership, entrepreneurship, and support for cultural and ecological development. You won't get anywhere if you don't know where you're going, and you don't want to be a mile wide and an inch deep. Second, we decided to make our efforts Albanian-centric. So from our 2 terrific co-CEOs, Martin and Sandri, to our staff, all of our employees are Albanians. We knew that we couldn't just drop foreign solutions into the Albanian environment and expect them to work. The ultimate answer to problems in Albania are Albanian. Third, we understood that it was also true that most of the challenges that we all face are not unique to us. And so we searched the world for proven models to address pressing issues. In most cases, there's no reason to try to reinvent the wheel, and we surely could avoid the mistakes that other people had already made. And so from the United States to Europe, Israel, and even Armenia, we've adapted world-class models of leadership, education, digital literacy, and cultural heritage to Albania. Today, we're the largest philanthropic organization in Albania. Our programs operate across the entire country. As you saw from the video, it was my first time seeing the video as well as you. Our foundation programs touch almost every citizen in one way or another. Our education programs like Junior Achievement reach every student, and we know that the future of every country depends on the education that we provide to our children. Our business improvement districts reach most major cities, transforming the quality of life. Our cultural heritage programs reach most of the important historical sites in the country, making history come alive. The foundation has now committed over $55 million to over 51 projects with over 100 partners, creating over $240 million of measurable impact. But beyond that, the foundation has engaged beyond just programs to help create, draft, pass, and implement important pieces of legislation dealing with cultural heritage, pre-university education, and business improvement districts. And I'm unaware of any similar foundation that's been able to contribute in this way. And so if you ask, what does it mean to be a long-term partner in Albania? It surely means promoting good public policy. So why has it worked? It's worked because we've painstakingly earned a reputation for acting to improve the lives of Albanians above politics. It's worked because we focus on execution, on real results, and not just on good intentions. And it's worked because our integrity is recognized by everybody. Simply put, the AADF delivers. But we're just beginning. As with the fund, we began deliberately. We learned, we adapted, we grew. The foundation is here for the long term, which is truly unique. We can tackle long-term problems, and we can work on long-term solutions. We don't have to ask anybody for resources, and we're not subject to short-term political considerations. All of us are focused only on doing the right things for the right reasons. We live in a challenging time. I know that in Albania, in the United States, and in much of the world, people are losing trust in institutions of all kinds, losing confidence that their children will have a better life, and losing hope in their own prosperity. Albania is an old country, but a young democracy, and that doesn't make things easy. Much work remains: rule of law, anti-corruption efforts, transparency, and democratic processes all need to be improved if development is to continue. Too many Albanians are voting with their feet to move to other countries, and we've experienced this firsthand at the foundation. And we know in our own lives that the only way to solve problems is by acknowledging them, facing them, and working hard to ameliorate them. Development is really a journey and not a destination, and there are a few quick fixes to long-term challenge. But that's the reason we have no time to lose, and everybody counts. An Indian sage once observed that as we are, so is the world. The collective efforts of the foundation over the past 10 years are proof that institutions can and should serve the people. They can be worthy of our efforts and our trust, and that's something we can build upon in the years ahead. So tonight, we celebrate the last 10 years, and tomorrow morning, I can assure you that we begin the story of the next 10 years and beyond. And I want to ask all of you here tonight to join us to continue our work. The future really is today, and together we can write the next chapter of Albanian history together. The fund was originally created by the United States, and the original board members had to be nominated by the President of the United States. And I guess I'm the only original board member left after all of this time. And so when I knew that this night was going to occur, I called President Clinton and asked him if he would send us some kind of acknowledgement of this night. And not only was he willing to do it, but he sent the video in about 2 days, and I asked him whether it was difficult to do, because it's usually so difficult for me to write these speeches and give them, and he said to me, Michael, no problem. 1 take was all it took. So here's the video of President Clinton.
I'm honored to congratulate the Albanian American Development Foundation on 10 years of good work, creating opportunities for all Albanians. As you know, the AADF is the successor to the Albanian American Enterprise Fund, which we created when I was president, to help our friends in Albania make a successful transition into a free and democratic country. The idea was simple. We'd provide tools and resources that would enable the Albanian people to build up the private sector themselves in a way that was open and transparent. Thanks to the cooperation of many partners in both Albania and the United States, the Enterprise Fund and now the AADF have both seen extraordinary success. Today, the AADF is Albania's largest nonprofit entity, and in 10 years has committed more than $55 million to more than 50 projects. More than 900 businesses have benefited from its entrepreneurship programs, and its economics education efforts now reach 100% of Albania's elementary school students. And with its Lead Albania program, the AADF is helping to cultivate a rising generation of leaders and entrepreneurs ready and eager to build a bright future for their country. On this special anniversary, I want to thank the many Albanians and Americans who are proving every single day that we all do better when we work together. Thank you for your inspiring efforts, and all my best wishes for much continued success.
So in addition to greetings from 4 U.S. presidents, I also brought a friend with me tonight who is well known to many of you. So Ambassador Victoria Nuland served as the U.S. ambassador to NATO and played a very important role in Albania joining NATO. And most recently, she served as the Assistant Secretary of State for Europe with Albania as a part of her portfolio. And in fact, she's held more high-level positions with both Republican and Democratic presidents than anybody I know. What you don't know is that actually she's one of my oldest friends, and our friendship dates back something like 35 years, although she may not really want to contemplate that completely. Over many years, we've grown up, sort of, built careers, raised families, and remained close over all that time. But I have to tell you that I knew that there was something different about her when one day, very long time ago, she said to me that she had decided to learn Russian, and I thought that was a pretty interesting idea. But instead of taking lessons, normal lessons, she had decided to go work on a Russian fishing boat for a summer. And I suggested that maybe Berlitz or some other course would be a good idea, but she insisted on going and working on this Russian fishing boat, and that was just the beginning. And in all of the years since, I have come to admire her insight, her candor, humanity, commitment, and I have to tell you honestly, our government and every government would be terrific with more Torias in it. And when I wonder how I should think about complex foreign policy issues, I call Toria. I'm not sure why she in turn calls me. So you can see why I'm so happy to have her here with us tonight. So it's my pleasure to introduce Ambassador Victoria Nuland.
Oh my goodness, look at all of you. What a spectacular party. Well, as you all already know, the reason that I call Michael Granoff is because he has one of the biggest brains, one of the biggest hearts, and one of the greatest collections of passions of anybody that I know. And he inspires me at home. And what he did not say is that one of the 25-year constants of our 35-year friendship, and yes, we met when we were 6, no, not really, but I'd like to think so, is our love of this country and our work together with all of our friends in Albania to see you grow and prosper as a democracy. And what better example of all of that than the great work that the Enterprise Fund and then the Foundation has done. So I am enormously honored to be here to celebrate with you tonight. I congratulate the entire Foundation family and the board and everyone who has participated in your projects. As Michael said, when President Clinton was in office, and I was proud to serve with him and 3 out of 4 of the presidents who will address you tonight, we created enterprise funds all over the region, from the Atlantic to the Pacific, with the goal of strengthening entrepreneurship, strengthening self-reliance, strengthening economies, building middle classes in countries that were becoming free for the first time in many, many years. And many of them were quite successful at strengthening free enterprise, at strengthening good governance, and creating better public policy. And all of them made an impact and touched lives and strengthened the spirit of entrepreneurship. But very few of them returned any money to the US Treasury. Very few of them went on to form successor organizations and to take control of the mission themselves. And none succeeded as spectacularly as you have succeeded here in Albania. So as I was walking around the city today, it's my first time back since 2016, and the city looks spectacular. Congratulations, Mr. Mayor, and everybody who's been part of that. I was thinking about why it is that the green shoots that we planted here together have grown so well in Albania. And then I happened upon the Bunker Museum and spent a half hour, 45 minutes reviewing your history. And I think it is a direct result of that dark, dark period in your history that you understand how precious all of the things associated with freedom are. Your ability to build and grow your own businesses, to strengthen your communities, to reclaim your culture after so many years. Those are the same instincts that animated another great project that I was proud to support, which was your path to NATO. One of the proudest moments of my career was the day I stood with you and your leaders as you got your invitation to NATO in 2008. You knew then that NATO was far more than a security organization. Instead, its greatest strength is that it's a community of democratic values. And it is those same values that animate the foundation. Individual rights, free expression, the ability to build your own future, the ability to build your own government and nation. But at the foundation, as Michael said, it's not just about rhetoric. You put those values into action every day. You're building stronger communities. You're better educating your citizens. And you're preparing the leaders, not just of Albania, but of Europe for the future. And today, that's more important than ever. Because, friends, as you know, democracy and liberalism are under pressure around the world. From global competitors, from autocrats, from strongmen who want to roll back the clock and who want to change the international rules of the road that we all fought for, that favor freedom. And even within our own societies, our values are under question. Our alliances are under question. And on both sides of the Atlantic, we are struggling to defend and advance our democracies and to support our free institutions and all that make us strong and free and united in the world. And I know that there are many, many people in this room who are working on those issues, not just for this country, but for Europe and for the world. So thank you for that. But tonight, that is not our problem, because the AADF unites us all. It is not about division, it is about unity. It unites all Albanians. I was amazed to hear that almost every young Albanian participates in Junior Achievement now, not to mention all of the other programs that bring people together. It unites all Albanians. It continues to unite the US and Albania. And it even, as Michael said, unites 4 US presidents who don't agree on much else except their pride in supporting this institution. So this is a politics-free zone. And it is an organization that launches, nurtures, and strengthens all that is good in us, all that is good in our societies, and all that empowers and will propel this country for the future. And equally importantly, if you are somebody like me who believes in alliance and who is proud of all of the years that I have been friends with so many of you, it strengthens the U.S.-Albanian alliance, which is precious to us and precious to you. You have so much to be proud of. Congratulations tonight. On to the future.
Thank you, Ambassador Nolan. Kam nderin dhe kënaqësinë të lexoj një letër dedikuar AADF-s nga ish presidenti i Amerikës George W. Bush. Greetings to those gathered to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Albanian American Development Foundation. Congratulations on this milestone. In 2007, I was proud to be the first sitting American president to visit Albania. Much like Americans, I learned that Albanians understood the blessings that living in the freedom can bring. While Albania's journey toward freedom has been a difficult path, I'm grateful that the AADF supported the dreams of their citizens and helped to create a sustainable democratic society. I appreciate the AADF's mission and am glad this fine institution is still going strong today. Thank you for all you are doing to create a brighter future for generations of Albanians and for your contributions to the cause of liberty. Laura and I send our best wishes for a meaningful celebration. May God bless you and the citizens of Albania.
Kam nderin dhe kënaqësinë më të madhe të lexoj përpara jush letrën dedikuar AADF-s nga ish presidenti i Amerikës, zoti Barack Obama. I extend my warm regards to all those gathered in New York to mark the 10th anniversary of the Albanian American Development Foundation. For the last decade, ADF has endeavored to make the ideals of a modern, democratic state, justice, equality, freedom among them, fully real in the lives of all of our Albanian neighbors. By providing expertise in building and strengthening democratic governance to developing the next wave of Albanian American leaders, the Foundation has advanced those ideals across borders and continents, lifting up the lives of our fellow global citizens near and far. Today, throughout the globe, we face particularly stark reminders of some of history's most enduring lessons. The temptation for societies to retreat into tribalism, the fact that progress in this world zigzags, and on the fragility of democracy. And the work you do speaks to another one of history's important reminders that ultimately nothing is more powerful than an organized and informed citizenry determined to shape a brighter tomorrow for their families, for their communities, their country, and our world. Generations of Albanian Americans have enriched our American society, and I join you in celebrating the close connection between our peoples and Albania's bright future. So congratulations on the first 10 years. And as you carry forward the proud legacy you each helped to shape, I wish you the very best for an outstanding evening and for your continued progress in the years ahead. All the best, Mr. Barack Obama.
Pas këtyre dy letrave, miq të dashur, kam kënaqësinë të ftoj në skenë kryetarin e opozitës dhe një bashkëpunëtor të AADF-s në vite, zotin Lulzim Basha.
Dialogu dhe bashkëpunimi, partneriteti me miqt dhe aleatët tanë strategjik është në zemër të së ardhmes plot me shpresë për Shqipërinë.
Zonja Leila ka një eksperiencë të gjatë diplomatike dhe ka ardhur sot si e ngarkuara nga ambasada amerikane.
This is incredible this evening. I was telling my seatmates that this is about as close to the Oscars as I'm ever going to feel. Amazing. Wow, this energy. Mayor Valiai, Ambassador Newland, Chairman of the Trustees, Mr. Granoff, Trustees of the Albanian American Development Foundation, and honorable guests. On behalf of the United States Mission to Albania and the United States government, I am so honored and privileged to be here celebrating with you the 10th anniversary of the Albanian American Development Foundation. Happy anniversary. Of course, tonight we are applauding the great work of the foundation, but this is also a celebration of the foundation's beneficiaries. And moreover, as we heard earlier tonight from Ambassador Newland, it is a celebration of values shared between America and Albania, and how these values have driven the growth of Albania's economy and institutions. Values such as hard work and determination, entrepreneurship, service to our communities, and respect for cultural heritage. AADF reinforces these values through running an organization that has an enduring track record of strategically advancing Albania's private sector and democratic principles, while simultaneously being both commercially successful and socially responsible. We have all heard tonight, especially from that incredible video, how AADF has driven change for good in key areas of education for sustainable development, entrepreneurship, leadership, ecotourism, and more. And this is a prudent, very prudent, long-term sustainable approach that will help Albania continue towards its goal of European integration, all the while improving the lives and futures of Albanians of all ages. So you have heard the messages of support sent by 3 former US presidents. Well, President Trump was also quite moved by AADF's accomplishments. In fact, he has also sent a letter to mark this occasion. And this evening, it is my great honor to close my remarks by reading that letter to you. I send my warmest greetings to the Albanian American Development Foundation on its 10th anniversary. Congratulations on this milestone. Following the fall of communism in Eastern Europe, the United States supported the people there as they embraced their newfound freedoms. Through the generosity of Americans, a series of enterprise development funds were created to assist countries in their transition from communism to capitalism. The Albanian American Enterprise Fund was the smallest fund in the poorest country in Europe. Established in 2009, the fund operates in perpetuity as a gift from the American people. It is now the largest non-profit organization in Albania and has invested over $55 million to cultivate entrepreneurship, promote professional education, and preserve Albania's natural and cultural heritage. On this occasion, I commend the Albanian American Development Foundation, its board of trustees, talented staff, and partners on your significant accomplishments. I wish you continued success in the years to come. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Kam nderin dhe kënaqësinë të ftoj në skenë mbështetësin e palëkundur të iniciativave dhe vizionit të AADF-s në këto vite, kryetarin e bashkisë, zotin Erjon Veliaj.
Sot jam gjithashtu shumë i lumtur që ta anoncoj që sapo kemi firmosur me Michael edhe me 2 drejtorët e mrekullueshëm, Martinin edhe Sandrin, që meritojnë të gjithë falënderimet edhe mirënjohjen tonë. Sapo kemi marrë në dorëzim projektin e ri të piramidës së Tiranës, edhe duke filluar nga nesër fillojmë punën për ta kthyer qendrën e teknologjisë së informacionit më të mirën dhe më të madhe në të gjithë rajonin tonë, me miqtë e Tunës dhe financimin e qeverisë shqiptare, Fondit Shqiptar Amerikan,
edhe me pak ndihmë nga Bashkia e Tiranës.
Ajo që do të vijoj tani janë 3 histori personale që përfaqësojnë 3 sektorët e AADF-s: edukimin, sipërmarrja, kultura dhe ekoturizmi.
Rrugëtimi me AADF nis në vitin 2017, ku bëhem dhe pjesë e programit MIV. Nëpërmjet këtij programi pata mundësinë që të punoj me një nga firmat më të mira arkitektonike në Washington DC dhe më mbas të studioj në University of Maryland, College Park të Shtetet e Bashkuara të Amerikës.
Kur je në Shqipëri dhe je i ri, është shumë e vështirë që të gjesh dikë që ka besim tek ty dhe të aftësitë e tua, ose të paktën të ndihesh sikur vërtet ke mundësi të bësh një ndryshim në këtë vend, në komunitet, kudo. Dhe ka qenë pak fat dhe pak punë e kombinuar që kemi gjetur një institucion si Albanian American Foundation for Development, që ka pasur besim tek ne, që na ka dhënë një mundësi që nuk ta jep askush.
AADF-ja i ka kushtuar një rëndësi shumë të madhe edukimit dhe pjesa më e madhe e investimeve të AADF-s është në programin e edukimit. Një ndër programet në të cilat ne jemi dhe punojmë është master dhe internshipi, në të cilat AADF-ja investon në kapitalin njerëzor, duke ju mundësuar studentëve dhe profesionistëve të rinj mundësi leadershipi dhe mundësi që të zhvillojnë aftësitë e tyre më tej për të arritur që të bëhen liderat e ardhshëm të Shqipërisë dhe të bëhen antar progresiv të shoqërisë shqiptare.
Një ndër projektet madhore për të cilat fondacioni është i përfshirë drejt për drejt është projekti Piramidës së Tiranës. Qëllimi i këtij projekti është rivitalizimi dhe rikthimi qytetarëve të Tiranës të kësaj godine, dhe shtylla kryesore e Piramidës së Tiranës është krijimi i qendrës Tumo Tirana, e cila do të ofrojë kurse për fëmijë të grup moshave 12 deri në 18 vjeç në fushën e teknologjisë, artit, krijimtarisë.
Projekti Clean Score ofron transparencë, saktësi dhe shpejtësi maksimale në të gjithë provimet e korrigjuara në universitetet shqiptare, gjithashtu edhe libra të rangut botëror të marra nga shtëpitë prestigjioze si Pearson dhe McGraw-Hill. Projekti Clean Score përbëhet nga 2 komponentë kryesor, nga vlerësimi i automatizuar i provimeve dhe përkthime librash akademik ndërkombëtar.
Ka marrë pjesë në 2 programe të Junior Achievement, Lider për një ditë dhe Shoqëritë e nxënës. Falenderoj Junior Achievement dhe Fundacionin Shqiptar Amerikan për zhvillim për mundësinë e dhënë.
Falenderoj Fundacionin Shqiptar Amerikan në zhvillim, me ju për një të ardhme të suksesshme.
Kjo eksperiencë më shërbeu të zgjidhja universitetin që doja. Më tej, eksperienca vazhdoi me mundësinë e punësimit që mu dha në një prej institucioneve financiare më të njohura në vend.
Personalisht jam e nderuar që jam këtu sot. Jam një nga artizanet e kostumeve popullore prej 20 vitesh. Mbështetja e vazhdueshme e AADF-s ka ndryshuar realitetin e përditshëm në pazarin e Krujës, gjithashtu dhe në bizneset e pazarit.
Një nga projektet që unë kam për zemër dhe të cilin po punoj bashkë me pjesëtarë tjerë të ekipit, është edhe krijimi një parku ekoturistik në zonën Drilon të Shëmisht. Dhe ne shohim si mundësi që zona mund të kthehet në një prototip të zhvillimit të modelit të një turizmi qëndrueshëm në vend, e cila gjithashtu mund të replikohet edhe në vende të tjera në Shqipëri.
Fal bashkëpunimit me AADF-n, organizata për cilën unë punoj, Trashëgimia Kulturore pa kufi Shqipëri, ka arritur që të përfshijë në projektet e saj edukative me qindra studentë Universitetit Tiranës. Ata janë tashmë të trajnuar në fushën e konservimit të trashëgimisë së ndërtuar, restaurimit të objekteve muzeore, interpretimit të trashëgimisë, si dhe zejeve tradicionale dhe sipërmarrjes.
Por ajo që më gëzon mas shumtit është rritja në mënyrë të njëshme e vizitorëve venas i muzeut Maropi. Një statistikë tjetër, cilën duhet ta përmendni dhe ta lëm për në fund, është që masa më e madhe e vizitorëve, të cilët vinë në Shkodër, vinë pikërisht të dedikuar për me pa muzeun Maropi.
Tani do dalim pak jashtë skenarit. Të gjitha këto duartrokitje sot nuk do të ishin plota nëse 2 persona në veçanti nuk përmenden.
Ata janë 2 liderët e fondacionit tonë. Ata janë 2 inspirues, 2 katalizator, 2 luftëtar dhe në syt e AADF-s ata janë 2 superheroj. Faleminderit Martin. Faleminderit Sandra.
Well, thank you all. We should talk about this, you guys. It's all about you. It's all about the future, and as Michael beautifully said it, the future is today. So let's grab it. Let's get back to work. There is a lot to do. It's only begun. It's such a long journey. I'm so proud of you all. We are so proud of you all. We're blessed for everything that we've had in life. We're blessed for you, Michael. We're blessed for the board we have. We're blessed for the partners we have. We're blessed for the opportunity to do something for the country, for our kids, for our families. Thank you all. Thank you for coming.